Turning towards the difficult. Welcome to this 20-minute sitting meditation where we're becoming aware of the neutral, the pleasant and the unpleasant aspects of our moment-to-moment experience. We're consciously practicing working with our own stress, anxiety, pain and the challenges and demands of everyday life. We're softening our resistance to our actual experience. So we're practicing moving through the stages, awareness of breath and body, gently turning towards the difficult, and then thirdly, broadening into the whole of our experience. So the intention is we're practicing bringing awareness to the whole of our experience. And I invite you to have an attitude of curiosity, openness, acceptance and kindness. So settling into a comfortable sitting position, either on a straight back chair or cushion or low stool. If we're sitting on a chair, perhaps sitting away from the back of the chair so our spine is self-supporting. So making any adjustments to your position until you feel comfortable. And gently closing our eyes or lowering our gaze and dropping into the stillness. So we start with awareness of breath and body by practicing paying attention to what is happening in our present moment. Perhaps asking ourselves, how do we feel? What is our experience in this moment? Not the thought of what is going on or remembering past events, but opening up to any physical sensations present, or what thoughts or emotions there might be. And when it's right, gently noticing the movement of the breath. Actually feeling the sensations of the breath. Perhaps sensing it in the nostrils, or the throat, or the chest, or the abdomen. No need to control it, simply observing the breath, following the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. Remembering if our minds wander, which they will, it's what minds do, perhaps noticing where they've gone, and then gently with kindness bring them back to focusing on the breath. Remembering that in this meditation it's always, as with all of them, completely fine to stop at any time if the feelings or emotions become too uncomfortable. One can always focus on the breath or sensations in the feet or the hands as an anchor before perhaps returning to the focus. So sensing the breath coming in, coming out. And now moving awareness to physical sensations in the body. Perhaps a sense of contact with the floor or the chair. What parts of the body are most in contact with the floor or the chair? What is this sensation? Perhaps noticing temperature or if there's tingling, or maybe no sensations. Exploring the sensations with gentle curiosity. Perhaps there's tiny sensations, or perhaps they're larger and more prominent. Noticing any thoughts or judgments, and as much as possible, practicing stepping back to observe. Breathing into the body, softening. Letting go with the out-breath. Noticing that sensations in the body change, have a beginning, a middle and an end. What other sensations in the body are here for you in this moment? Perhaps quick scanning of the whole body. And staying a while with one. What is this experience? And now, moving on, as best we can, gently turning towards the unpleasant or difficult. Allowing what we may currently be finding difficult or painful to simply be there. With a soft, gentle, kindly, non-judgmental attitude. Just noticing if we can lean towards what is there. We may like to say, it's okay, let me feel it. Can we practice allowing it in? Practicing bringing our attention down from the head into the body. What is our actual present moment experience? Maybe it's connected to thoughts or a situation, and if so, perhaps seeing where am I feeling this in the body? Is there an echo in the body? And then as best we can, breathing into those sensations in the body. And if there is nothing there, just being curious to the changing movement of our experience as we ride the waves of the breath. Noticing any tendency to move away from or towards any sensations, thoughts or emotions. Practicing remembering this is simply how it is in this moment. For example, it might be pain in the small of the back, unpleasant. Stiff knees, unpleasant. Temperature or sounds in the room, not as I would like, unpleasant. And if we feel overwhelmed by any sensations, thoughts or emotions, knowing we can always shift our awareness to the anchor of the breath, staying with the rhythm of the breath, rolling in and rolling out, until we feel okay, and then if we wish, returning to the unpleasant or difficult. Noticing if we can gently open up to any difficult sensations. Perhaps taking our awareness there. Bringing whatever is here in this moment into the light of our awareness. Breathing into it. Breathing out of it. Just being with what is here right now. And if we are feeling emotional pain, as best we can, practicing softening into it. Practicing holding it in our kind awareness as we might a child who's hurt themselves. Gathering them to ourselves, holding them, soothing them. Bringing the emotional pain into the light of awareness. Breathing kindness into it. Breathing out of it. And anchoring and coming back to the breath now. Feeling how the gentle rise and fall has perhaps been a constant companion. Where are you feeling the breath in this moment? Bringing our torchlight of attention onto the breath. Allowing the unpleasant thoughts or sensations or emotions to be in the background, if they're there. And now, moving on to stage 3, broadening into the whole of our experience. Maybe shifting the focus of our awareness to become sensitive to the pleasant dimensions of the moment. Seeking out the pleasant. Allowing it into the light of our awareness. Seeking out the good, the simple pleasures. It may be something like peace and quiet in the room. Pleasant. Warm hands. Pleasant. Sound of birds. Pleasant. Practicing awareness of the pleasant aspect of our experience. Enriching it by exploring it with our senses. Lingering with the sensations. Noticing if there's any tendency or urges to return to the unpleasant. And perhaps doesn't seem possible in this moment to find anything pleasant. That's fine, simply being with the experience as best we can. And now broadening out our field of awareness to include both the pleasant and the unpleasant and the neutral aspects of our experience. Zooming out, practicing sitting with the whole of our experience in this moment. Allowing them all to be side by side. Perhaps noticing pleasant sensations in the body, maybe warm hands or feet, as well as perhaps there's something unpleasant in this moment, an ache or tingling. And as well the areas, body sensation, which are neutral. Having a sense of our whole body sitting here in this moment. Maybe at one moment the breath is in your focus, becoming aware of movements of the breath, breathing in, breathing out, or body sensation, sounds, thoughts, or emotions. Attending to whatever arises. And remembering when our minds wander, simply noticing where they are gone and then bringing them back. What are the sensations in this moment? Being spacious with whatever arises. Noticing how it is all constantly changing, coming and going. Sitting in stillness with whatever comes and goes. Practicing being here now. Being fully human. Exploring the neutral, the unpleasant and the pleasant aspects of our experience. And now, as we draw this practice to a close, returning the attention to the body and the breath, focusing on the breath, breathing in, breathing out, down into the ground, breathing in, breathing out, down into the earth, earthing ourselves. And then gently turning our awareness to sounds in the room or the silence. And perhaps taking a moment to remember that practicing in this way helps us create a wider, deeper, more open way of being in our life. So we can see more clearly and make more conscious choices for our health and well-being and freedom. So maybe starting to move and stretch in a way that feels right. The meditation is now complete.